All right, everybody out there in the craftchest nation, I can't get this vlog right. I don't know why. I just don't like what I've been recording. So let me just totally change gears here and try to keep this within the 15-minute window, because I want this to be right here on the main channel, which is craftchest. And if I do a long, detailed update vlog in the future, I'll be sure and post a short one here and then post it to the Nation of Truth channel, which I have done in the past and still have done. There's a few videos over there that you may not have seen. You go by the Nation of Truth channel. I'll post a link right down here if you'd like to go and check out the top secret podcast that we actually posted up there not too long ago. So let me get on with this update video, because there's several of you out there in the social scene, Twitter, Facebook, MSN, several other places that we communicate, that have wondered what's going on these days. And some of you have read the post that I did actually yesterday or this past week and today, that I have accepted a position with the company. I'm not going to mention the company because that is like, I just want to keep that on the down low right now. Maybe in the future I'll mention it, but right now it's good enough for you to know that officially as of today, which is Wednesday, June 15th, it'll be Thursday the 16th by the time you see this, have accepted a position as store manager for a company, and I will start with them on the 24th of June, and then hopefully, if all things go correctly, start getting paid around July the 8th. Up until that point, if anybody out there would like to donate to the cause, to the Get Your Ass Back to Work Craft Chest Fund, I will be accepting emails, which will be, shoot it right up there, you know, and get with me, and I'll give you my address to mail it, because I have a credit that I need to pay back to PayPal, which is about $60. So it wouldn't do any good to use PayPal right now, because until I get past that $60 point. But if one of you high rollers out there would like to donate $100, then that'll take care of all my ailments. So there you go. What else is happening? Let me get into the details of this a little bit, of what actually occurred for this particular job. As several of you know, especially the past 6 months, I've really throttled back on my personal business, which is GGPC Tech, which is a computer consulting and networking firm, which I have a couple of people that work with me, but mainly I do it on my own, as far as doing personal PC builds, networking small businesses, setting them up with new wiring or whatever it is, and so forth and so on, whatever. Everybody knows what the deal is with that. And it's really been kind of healed and valleyed, especially this past, I'd say, 6 months, 8 months. And I really have been trying to get back into the retail sector, because that is my first best destiny, is commanding a store, and or maybe possibly in the future, according to some of the information I received from this last exception of the offer that they had, maybe in the future even moving up even higher than that, which this time I am going to hit the ground running and kick ass, don't take any names, just leave them behind and move on down the road and take whatever I can as far as this goes. I'm going to make the best of it, because this is going to be a brand new store. They're opening up 5. They're building them from the ground up, like foundation, from the ground up stores. And I'll actually take a picture of the one that I am bidding, or I did bid on. I should get this store. It's like right down the street here. I could run or jog to work every morning if I wanted to. It's like a little over a mile from the Craftchest Island Command Center. So there you go. And I might take some pictures and actually post the progress of, because they've already laid, they got bricks out there already, because it was like dirt last week, and now they have the sign up and they have like the walls going up. So shoot, they'll have that building done within a couple of weeks here. They've already got the plumbing and everything out there. It's amazing how fast they can actually throw up a box store. And it's not that big of a store. I think it runs about 7,500 square feet. I'm used to actually larger stores. 15,000 I think was the smallest store that I ran back in box retail, and the largest store I ever ran was 50,000 square feet. So this one should be pretty easy to do, but I digress. Let me go back to the beginning of this. About 2 weeks ago, I was on MSN talking with Lucid and Megs, and I was posting resumes and checking different job things, and actually I think I was even talking with Billy Bob, 3430 on Facebook, chatting with him about a few things, and I noticed that I had a message pop up from Career Builder, and it was on a Wednesday, which was kind of odd, because they usually don't post to me until Fridays. So I went and checked it, and it happened to be this company. And I was like, well, heck yeah, man, that sounds good. And I didn't have a clue that they were opening these new stores. So I sent the resume in. Like 2 minutes later, dude calls. So I did an interview with him, like right there. He calls me back, sets up an interview for the following Thursday. I go to that interviewed face-to-face with a DM. Went way over time on the interview, like an hour. And it was supposed to be only like a 30-minute interview, which is a good thing. And yeah, he even gave me his personal number to program in my phone. So that's another good sign in that. And I really felt good about it. And those of you that keep up with me on the social scenes read whatever the post was. I forget what it is now that I even posted on that. And what was it? Swin from the Tales of Lumen channel actually posted up there that the other people that were waiting behind me, because there was 2 guys waiting after I walked out, it overlapped that much. He said that they probably went in there feeling already defeated, and as of today, I don't know if they got hired or not, but yep, they probably did feel defeated after I was done, because I did get the job. After I interviewed with him, he said they'd get back with me, which I was hoping they was going to get back with me like the next day or so, because my phone right now is off. And I had to relay the message and gave my secondary number as JP and Kitty from the Gods of Games, and they were so gracious enough, and I appreciate all their help that they've given me, especially these past couple of weeks in the process of all the negotiations and interviews, relaying those messages back. And luckily today they called back again, and my friend Mark that is at the back office with me, that comes there and does some DoD contracting and uses that as his office. He's down here from Atlanta. Let me use his phone, and then we finalized the deal. Called the DM. He wanted me to call this regional. I called the regional, got in touch with him, and long story short, we did an interview. He says, well, I'm gonna call you back, and then he called me back, and then he said, we'd like to make you an offer, and this is the offer, because they asked me what salary range I expect and all that. And they hit it in the middle, like they always do. And it hit right around where I wanted it to be. Plus the bonus potential would jack me back up to where I was when I was in retail the last time. So everything worked out there. Still yet to be seen how their structure works, but their bonus structure is something I'm very familiar with, and I should be able to hit that with no problem, as long as the community will cooperate and come shop with us. That's the only thing is, you get a new store and you got peoples all around you, but it's getting them in there and making them wanting to come back, which is the trick and the secret to being successful in retail, which we will do it completely right this time, whatever it takes. And especially if I get that store, I can spend all the time that I want, because I can be home in a matter of 2 minutes. And like I said, I might buy a bicycle and just ride a bicycle to work. It's like right there. And so that's going to be an awesome thing. So, after we went over the offer and finalized everything, they said, congratulations, welcome on board. We'll see you next week, and we'll give you a call and work out the details with you here in the next couple of days. So between now and I'm assuming Monday or Tuesday, because usually Mondays is office day and they don't really deal with a lot of stuff. That's why I think I heard from them on Wednesdays. They must do all their operational and personnel stuff on Wednesdays and Thursdays, which makes sense. That's normal in retail. So there you go. More so on Thursdays than anything, because that's like that neutral day before the weekend. It's just a regular sales day. You have time to actually deal with what you have to deal with personnel-wise without being interrupted a whole lot. So there you go. And I think that's about all that I'm going to put in this particular vlog. And I want to throw out a big appreciation to each and every one of you out there that have given me both the physical and moral support. And I say physical because I can't think of the right word that I wanted to actually put out there. Physical just sounds so like touchy-feely, but that's not what I mean. But mainly the moral support from everybody out there, just sticking with me through thick and thin, thin or flush. You are an amazing community. The Craft Chest Nation, the original nation, I believe, is one of the most awesome communities on YouTube, because we keep it real and we keep it personal, and we're a very, very close-knit bunch, like the band of the Hawk. Now, maybe not, that bad, because actually in the end it ended up being a tragedy. We'll be the band of the chest. Everything's of the chest, so we'll be the band of the chest. That's what it'll be. So thank you out there to all of you guys, both the communities here on YouTube, all the guys and gals out there on Twitter, on Facebook, MSN, Skype, every last one of you. Big thumbs up, big appreciation to all of you out there, and especially, once again, like I said, Kitty and JP from the Gods of Games, for just actually being there. And that's one of the physical parts that I'm talking about, actually being there for personal help as well in this transition back into the retail sector. And I think I might be able to throw out, Yatta! We did it! Success! Kapla! We actually are going to make this work, guys and gals of the Craft Chest Nation. It's really hard just to come up with the words because I'm trying to keep this in that time frame. So I'm going to end it there. All right? And why? Because it's a craft of the mind, and it's a craft of the 15 minutes. I wish I hadn't got tagged back in the day those several times on copyright, so I could just post up long-ass videos right here. Yeah, maybe later. I don't know. Maybe later. So there you go. If I missed anything, I apologize. I'll come back with another vlog or something later on. And those of you who want to chat about it, we might actually try to do another live stream here in the near future. And hopefully in the next couple of months, we'll be able to live stream from here or wherever we end up, because I don't even know if I'm going to be here or not. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen in 2 months? At least we're alive and kicking, and we finally got a job. And I'm going to help all you out there as much as I can that live here in America. I can't help anybody overseas. They wouldn't, international calls and stuff like that. But I'll do whatever I can for anybody out there that's part of our community, or if you're brand new to the community, you have no clue who this guy is, join us. And we're all here for each other. All right, so I'm going to end it there. And like I said before, it's a craft of the mind. Go out there and find you a job and have some fun.